someone sent me a message of this tweet, and I think it's valid. I don't know who Miles Deutscher is. He's a big following crypto analyst. Yeah, cool. This person said, Binance Bank Run, visualize. Wait, what's that? What? That's it? And so what's happening? So the big outflow in Bitcoin right now, in Binance, is this little dip here. This teeny little dip. That's all it is. And the next picture shows you exchange reserves on Binance. So there have been a fair amount of Bitcoin leaving Binance, but I mean, it's done big drawdowns like this before. I don't think it's anything to worry about. And I am the most paranoid person out there, by the way. So, so the next sort of question is, let's say you are super paranoid and it's better to be safe than sorry. Where do you harbor your cash now? Let's say you're not stuck. Let's say you're sat in a MetaMask wallet in BUSD, and you're going to take the line of action of better safe than sorry. It only takes a few minutes to move stuff around, and it will only cost me, whatever the slippage is. Where can I actually safely store my cash right now? And that question, I think, comes down to personal preference. Now, if you're super, super worried, then you don't want to do Tether, because Tether has its own FUD around that. You don't want buzzed, and that, I guess that just leaves you with USDC. But USDC is tracking stuff to a degree. We don't know what sort of Trojan horse is in there, and the moment you get into USDC, you're basically opening up your wallet for inspection to a degree. So you could go into USDC, or if you want to be super safe, just go into cash. I mean, flopping from one stable coin to another is still a taxable event if you're worried about tax. So if you're going to have a taxable event, and you want to be safe, I mean, just go to cash. It doesn't hurt, does it? Like on Kraken, if you go to cash, your money is a lot safer than if you had, say, a stable coin on Kraken, because you're then covered under, I think the way they do it is under FDIC. Was it the Federal Deposits Insurance Corporation? Or
just to check that I've spoken with Kraken. No, you're not.
You're not sure that. They say so. I looked at the Kraken website, and so let me rephrase that. When you look at their terms and conditions, they say investments are not covered. So when I looked at the thing, it says investments are not covered. So what is classed as an investment? That will be a stable coin, that will be crypto, etc. But if this is Kraken up here, they'll have different pots, right? They'll have a crypto pot, and that is stables, crypto, Bitcoin, whatever. And the way I read it is that is what their investment pot, because an investment in the Kraken, if you're owning Kraken, that is technically a liability for you, because you're holding other people's funds. That's technically a liability. Well, no, it's under management. Well, technically it's on trust. But then you have cash, so deposits. Now, the way I understand it is that the deposits have the same protections as a bank does. Like if you had, I don't know, JP Morgan up here, JPM, let's just say, and JP Morgan has $1 billion in cash sat in some sort of account, and let's say Kraken has $1 billion in cash, actual USD. I believe that this money over here is as safe as having money sat in a bank. So not necessarily covered, not like in the UK, I think that what is the Financial Services Compensation Scheme is like 85k, but I believe that because they have the same security and measures, etc., that it's just a lot safer. Now,
Simon, I do want to clarify, because I thought that as well. I have posted this for everyone. As you can go into the security feed,
Ooh,
I had quite a lengthy discussion over the phone and followed it up in a voice chat.
yeah.
There's a screenshot I took where it just basically says crypto exchanges do not qualify for deposit insurance programs for each of their clients because exchanges are not savings institutions.
Ooh, okay.
And they were adamant. I don't know how you have to go. What date was it? It says the 18th of November.
Interesting.
That one just scroll up a little bit, up a bit. That's just a bump they said afterwards, that one there. But I actually had quite a lengthy phone call with them because I was telling people on the Avenger calls that this was the case. I wanted to double check it, and it wasn't.
So, if Kraken were to go bust, let's say, there will be recourse though during the. Okay.
So from what I understand with the gentleman that I spoke to, and English wasn't his first language, that's not a dig, it's just I think he was lost in translation with what I was trying to say. Effectively, they store your client funds on various bank accounts across the globe. So it's a case of if Kraken actually went bust, then yes, we'd have to have a look at how you could recover that. Through any other means, as in, an actual registered company held your funds. Is there any recourse for you to get back for that? But you'd probably be in a long line of creditors waiting for that.
A bit like Mt. Gox or Enron.
But it is being held in a bank account. So if they just stopped, they stopped processing crypto transactions, you should still be able to withdraw your money back to your bank because it's not actually held on an exchange as such. It is held in one of their bank accounts.
Yeah, exactly.
So if they just suddenly freeze doing tether transactions or crypto because they were under investigation, the fact that it's in fiat, you should still be able to move it.
Yeah. So I think we should do this as a community, that we should treat any cash on Kraken as though it is like a crypto, and that, if shit hits the fan, you're probably going to lose it. And then if, through the arduous and very long litigation process and the insolvency process that you have a right to reclaim stuff, then that would be a teeny bonus. But yeah, I think we should just err on the side of caution. So in that sense, if you wanted to be super duper safe, I guess cash, literally going to cash is the safest, sidestepping freaking everything. But you then run the risk of the fiat on-ramp when you do want to get back in. So there's the fiat on-ramp, and there's also the timing issue. Like, let's say, if Bitcoin spikes down or moves down fast, it's not going to be there forever, is it? It's the eventual low, not that we're going to try and bottom pick, it doesn't happen for long. So even if you're delayed by, 2 days, you could miss out on a fair chunk of the move. So that's like sort of the downside. USDC, are you worried about the optics? Who knows? Or the future tracking, now that you've sort of transitioned through it. Who knows? But again, I look at Tether still. I know there's lots of FUD, blah, blah, blah. But to me, with the way I'm looking at it is, I'm looking at the market cap, right? And the way I see it is that unless Tether has a massive market cap drop, it's not in trouble. So I did get concerned a little bit with Tether originally when it went from sort of $82 billion in market cap and it shot down to like 65. I was like, shit, that's like 20 odd billion just evaporated or converted into other stuff. But it's somewhat held up. So personally, I know, although I am paranoid with a lot of things, I'm not actually that paranoid with Tether, unless we see this sort of thing. And some could even